Hello. It was 2008, no, when we stopped copying prototype lesson plans. At ang dami noon na binibentang mga prototype lesson plans. Kung maalala niyo yung mga binibili natin, no? Uh, Ayan. So, the prototype lesson plan made our teachers even lazier, no? They were not able to function anymore as to recall concepts, review the things that being written there. Kaya nagkaroon na naman ng revisions, no? Then we term it now as lesson exemplars. These lesson exemplars now are even better, no? Kasi ang daming pinagdaan ng proseso din nito. We even top caliber universities in the Philippines, just like the University of the Philippines and PNU, to help us craft these lesson exemplars. Okay, for K to 10. And the last now is the design, no? Restructured K to 10. At sinulat pa rin ng ating mga partners, okay? External partners who joined us in the revision, no, of the K to 10 curriculum. So kung makikita nyo po ang atin pong exemplars today, okay naman na yung kanila pong pagkalatag, no, horizontally and vertically. However, flexibility still comes in, no? When we talk about flexibility, anong ibig sabihin po ng flexibility? Do we need to copy or practice and teach entirely what is written on the guides, or it will just serve again as a design, no, or a help for our teachers? And what was the instruction given to them when they used the exemplars, my friends? School heads, what are your instructions when they use the exemplars? You're open to open your mic and say something. Okay, they are free to write, no? Anong tawag sa when they write on the lesson exemplars? Sir Joem, Sir Jomar, Ma'am Rina, what is the term given when very good, no? It's annotations. They are allowed to annotate, meaning they are to overwrite, no, the parts of the plan that they need to revise. Okay, so that when the school head will check the lesson plan or the detailed lesson plans or the revised plans or DLP or DLL, there you could see which part was contextualized, which part was being reintegrated or being reformed. Okay, telling us that it's not always to copy entirely or demonstrate what is being written in the plan. Okay, annotation is the name. Okay, now once again, sa mga nag-attend po and able to master this IDF, this is actually the framework. Now, showing to you the framework, that the very center of our framework again is on the learner. Okay, everything what we do and what we demonstrate inside the classroom, it's always be on the benefit of our learners. No, we always make meaning through the implementation of a learner-centered classroom or a teaching learning process that enables our learners to be productive along the day, no? And we have how many circles around the learner? We have ay wala kayong nakikita? Ah, okay. Sorry. Kanina pa. Ayan. Nakita nyo na? Ayun. Kaya pala you are looking at it na as if what I am telling you above the clouds, no? You are imagining something where are the circles, okay? The white circle stands for let's participate. We are live on YouTube. Yes, the learner and surrounding them, how many circles together with various colors? We start with the pink color. There are four, no? Four pink triangles cutting across the one big circle, no? And what are the four C's? The four C's of the IDF, it's connection. Yes. You should know how to place and input that when you do observation, no? Very good teacher. You were able to connect the lessons. You were able to infuse context, various contexts. You were able also to provide collaboration among your learners, and you already spark creativity by providing them with lots of activities that would tickle their minds and create new ideas, no? When they do collaboration, they were able to do origination, and the origination is creativity. Okay, and of course connection to their own learning, and that's connection and context. You gave them a application of a particular scenario where they're going to portray or demonstrate an activity, and that's context, no? Okay, believing that you are in the market, no, that's context or a setting or particular topic that they interest, no, dependent on the grade level or the subject or learning areas you're going to teach. These are called commonalities of all the learning areas, and that's instructional design framework. Upon knowing the curriculum, then we need to translate that into a workable and doable classroom activities. And these are the ingredients of a productive classroom activities, no? The pink one are the principles of the four C's. And what do we mean by the four C's in the IDF? Is it facet? Is it ano na yung tatlo? Facets. Okay, the first is called the aspects, no? The aspects of the instructional design. What should be included in a lesson plan, no? Or in a lesson designing. That's the four C's. How about the four E's? Four E's muna or the green? The four E's, what are the four E's? We have the engage, explore, empathize, and experience. Ano naman ang mga four E's? These are help me recall. You already have the material. If pink are or C's are the aspects, is it either facets or the facets or the principles? Nakalimutan na nila ang kanilang matatag training. Anybody? What are the four E's? Okay, let's see. The four E's are E. Yan. These are the essential facets of learning. The four facets. We have engage, explore, experience, and empathize. Mamaya, no? Pag-aralan natin yan. And of course, the green one, the four eyes. Aspects na siguro to. The four eyes are innovative, ideational, integrative, and inclusive. Okay. Hello, are you with me? Okay. And surrounding that is the assessment, of course, and feedback, yeah, and reflection. So the third, to make it continuous, there should be an assessment, there should always be a feedback and reflection. So that completes our instructional design framework. These are the key features of our IDF. Number one, it cut across all learning stages and key stages together. Okay. There will always be part of the sessions or lessons from kindergarten to grade 10. So it comes across all of the four I's, the four E's, and the four C's. Then it emphasizes the learners rather than the process. Okay. We look into the aspirations of our learners first rather than providing it with the process. Nakuha nga natin yung proseso pero ang nangyari ay yung learner naman ang napabayaan, no? So we have to look into the diversity again, the developmental appropriateness of the materials to enable our learners take part in the decisions about creating their learning activities. So you have to consider first the three no levels of learning paces among our learners. Are they fast learners? What material to give? No, are they at the average level? What materials to give? And the struggling learners who are now part of the ARAL. No, you need also to look into considerations. So we need still emphasis first on the learners rather than on the process. Now, it gives direction and brings together, okay, the joint efforts of school administrators, teachers, and learners in a shared understanding of how to accomplish learning objectives and discuss and enhance learners' progress. Okay, it also provides flexibility as I mentioned kanina, okay? Though K to 10 materials are already in place and they are already available online through PDF copies, no, and even printed copies, flexibilities will always come in. You can always change or you can always contextualize the part, no, but not the content. You cannot contextualize the content. It will always on examples. Kasi the standard, no, content standards and the performance standards are already in place in our curriculum guide or in our milks. They should not be changed, no? They should not be altered. What to contextualize are the examples. Next, it is a descriptive rather than prescriptive. Parang flexibility din, no? They are not prescriptive. They are not a medicine that you have to take them 3 times a day, no? With a ml or a milligram to dose 3 times a day. It's not, no? They are not prescriptive. They are descriptive, meaning you can extend, you can expand, you can revise, you can improve. Okay, those are just products of imaginations of another writer. You can even innovate or create better to suit to the context of your own learners. And it provides the design of instruction and does not direct its procedures. Okay? It's just a design of instruction. It's up to you now to look into, no, the very process. Kaya sabi noon, process is actually secondary. Why? Kung hindi nababagay sa isang learner na hindi pa siya ready with that of a particular context or competencies, anong gagawin mo? You have to look back, no? Babalikan mo yung mga prerequisites. Tama po ba? Or you need to still continue your lessons despite they don't understand even what are the main focus or yung mga tinatawag na essential competencies before proceeding to that another new concepts to them. Di ba? You go back to the basic first. Tama ba, Ma'am Arlene? Ma'am Arlene? So, si Ma'am Arlene, ayan, no? Okay, next. It provides design of instructions and does not direct its procedures. O, yung kanina ay process. Next, tapos na natin to, no? Thus, the pedagogical approaches that models to be used in instruction will provide the methods and procedures. Okay? When we look into pedagogical approaches as concerns, there are other ways, no, to start a new lesson or to attack a particular concept or topic, dependent on the readiness and interest of the learners. Again, the IDF will provide you a particular tawag dito, procedures or samples, yet you can create or generate your own based on the suitability, no, of the readiness of your own learners. And it serves as a guide for implementing uniformity and consistency in designing a lesson plan. Okay? What do we mean here on uniformity? Kasi sabi nga natin kanina, no, wala namang specific design. But in here, there is a implementing uniformity and consistency. When we look into uniformity and consistency, we mean here on the different facets, different aspects, and different principles. No, that all of these should be included as part of the lessons. Kailangan naka-infuse lahat yon to make it uniformity and consistent with the curriculum of the revised K to 10, no, in designing and in a lesson plan. Anyway, those prototype or exemplars were already part, no, in the discussions. Now we have the four principles. Okay, four principles or the four I's. That's inclusive, ideational, integrative, and innovative. When we talk about inclusive, it emphasizes creating accessible and meaningful learning experiences for all our learners, regardless of their backgrounds and abilities. No? Inclusion is the name of the game. They are all included, they are all part, so you have to look into their specific context, skills, abilities, and knowledge. No? So we develop them with appropriate materials. We provide them various modalities and accommodate all the learners, especially those who are at the special needs learners, and also adjust our learning environment to allow them with multiple learning pathways. If we talk about multiple learning pathways, we can have accommodations or modifications of learning based on what they need, no? Especially our learners with special needs. That's inclusivity. Then ideational means involving fostering of creative thought process and idea generation without judgment. So it aims to expose our learners to a variety of potential solutions and discover unexpected idea connections. So alam na natin ang ideational is we open, no? Open communication with learners. We open to share their ideas together when we ask lessons pertaining to what they know, what they can provide as a solution, okay? What can be their contributions? No, how can we start ideational learners or a community of openness, no, or ideational classroom is when we ask questions that will not actually answer a specific answer, just like the knowledge, no, knowledge based questions na yun na lang talaga ang answer, no. It would be better if we also ask questions on the higher order, or in an abstract questioning, when we ask them to provide own reasonings, no. We accept everything because that's what they know, no. And there are no wrong answers when we ask why or how. Yan. Bakit at paano. Yan. Next is integrative. We involve combining different elements into a unified whole, building of learners' prior knowledge, utilizing their real life situations, and encouraging connections between different concepts and ideas. So integra is combined, no? Combining different elements together. So the principle aids learners in relating to content of to their lives and deepening their topic understanding. So integration, alam na natin, ito kasi yung unang-una na naituro sa atin when it comes to K to 12, no? The integration of various learning areas, combining them into a multidisciplinary approach, no? And innovative. Innovative is exploring creative ways of designing and delivering instructions. So it includes the use of our emerging technologies, our varied teaching methods, and innovative assessment strategies to ensure a motivating and engaging learning experiences for all. Okay. Then we go to the four C's. We have context, connection, and collaboration and creativity. Na-explain na natin to kanina, no? Then, the four E's. The four E's are called the four essential facets of learning, and these are engage, explore, experience, and empathize, wherein these are crucial elements for creating effective, engaging learning experiences that are not strictly procedural and could occur at any point during the lesson. Yan. So it's based on teacher's judgment and learner-centric focus. So ito yung mga pakulo ni teacher, no? Ito yung mga bala niya para maging mas enhancing, mas enticing, mas palatable, mas crunchy, yan. Mas active ang mga learners natin when they use these 4 E's. When they engage the learners, when they explore, okay? Encourage our learners to explore, experience, and empathize. Mostly ang mga ito ay nasa indicators na ng COIs, no? Classroom Observable Indicators. At ito yung tinitingnan na natin when we do observations that they need to provide, no, scenarios of these various principles of instructional design framework. Paano nila ito ini-integrate sa kanilang plan. So napakahalaga na ulitin nyo ito lagi sa inyong LAC sessions to review, no? And how to provide an input, how to expand teachers' abilities on engaging the learners, yan. How to be inclusive, how to do ideational, no? The use of the order of questioning, integrative and innovative and all, no? So that they could get the outstanding points in every level, no, of expertise, be it beginning, be it proficient, highly proficient, or ano yung last, ano na yung last, distinguish ang kanilang level of expertise. Okay. Do you have questions? And we are now ready for our assessment. Wait lang po, no-open ko yung ating assessment.